What is going on, everybody? WeedleTwineedle here, and we are back again with an Ultra Sun and Moon Wi-Fi battle, and this one's going to be against a Passerby I battled off Festival Plaza while I was Wonder Trading. Now, usually when a person challenges me on Festival Plaza when the new game comes out, I usually always accept it because their teams are normally spicy. Now, looking at my opponent's team... Wow. You can really see his innovation go through. Look at how much thought he put into his team. It's absolutely incredible. Now my team, I'm using some pretty fun Pokemon. I'm using Superpower Contrary Lurantis, which is a Pokemon I really wanted to try out. I'm also using Z Laser Focus Fearow, and I can't wait to use these Pokemon in this battle. But my opponent has a very threatening team, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to use most of my mons I want to use, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to try. So turn one, I lead off with my Infernape. I'm just trying to get up my Stealth Rocks, and my opponent leads up with the Primal Groudon. Now, I'm not too sure if my opponent EV trains or not because I can't really decipher that from Team Preview. I did notice that all of his Pokemon are holding items, which is good to know. So I am expecting him to have competitive legendaries, but if he doesn't have competitive legendaries, well, what, I won't complain. So he leads off with the legit shiny Primal Groudon as I lead off with my Bananas. Now turn one, I'm going to just actually get outsped my Primal Groudon, which is pretty weird because, you know, Infernape should be faster than Primal Groudon in most instances. He goes for Precipice Blades. We live with our Focus Sash because we are lead Infernape. This Infernape set is pretty flames. And now I'm going to retaliate with a counter. Boom! Get smacked, Primal Groudon, and Primal Groudon is going to go down. So it's immediately 6-5 just because Infernape's pretty much a cheese moveset with, you know, lead up, you get up Stealth Rocks, or you counter, and then you go for the Endeavor. It depends. It's just honestly a lead Infernape. You guys should be familiar with the moveset if you aren't already, but Xerneas is going to come in, legit shiny Xerneas as well. I already know how my opponent's team is going to be. Going to go for the Endeavor here, hoping that Xerneas does not speed me, as thankfully we're able to outspeed Xerneas, and my opponent decides to go for the Geomancy. Not too surprising, because Geomancy Xerneas is literally on every single Uber Noob's team. I'm not even, shocked when I see it on the Uber Noob's team. It's always Xerneas and Mewtwo every time, or Arceus. You know, it's like you gotta pick between those three, and there's usually two on there. Now my opponent's gonna go for the Geomancy and get +2 in special attack, special defense, and speed. And unfortunately, I did not bring in my Liepard, so I couldn't actually encore the Xerneas into Geomancy. So I'm gonna sack off my Infernape here because I cannot tank a +2 Moonblast with Fairy, or with any of my Pokemon, because I have no Fairy resistance on my team. So this could be quite problematic, but I'm actually going to bring in my just a prank, my Liepard, just because my Liepard does have priority with Copycat, and I can actually just go for Copycat, and then copy Moonblast, and so I don't get 6-0 swept by Xerneas, so that's good. At the very least, we're able to avoid Xerneas sweep because I do have a priority move. This is actually my only priority move on my team, so if I didn't have this Liepard, I would have been actually screwed. So thankfully, we're able to knock him out with the Moonblast, and now my opponent is going to bring in the shiny Keldeo. You know, so many legit shinies on my opponent's team. I can respect that. Now, I was really tempted to go for Copycat Moonblast again, but I knew it wasn't going to knock him out. So I decided to bring in my Caseytron here, expecting Secret Sword, as I'm going to trace and get Justified. Not too surprising there, as my opponent is actually going to decide to go for Secret Sword, and I do quad resist Secret Sword, so I should be able to tank this really nicely, as we're able to tank it. And he doesn't have Life Orb or anything, so I don't really know what item he is, but I can knock him out with the Moonblast at the very least, and I should live a Hydro Pump or Scald or whatever he has. So he's going to bring in shiny Necrozma, which is not a thing, like Hacker Exposed. Call me Pimp Knight today. I'm not being a Shofu wannabe today. I'm actually decided to be a Pimp Knight wannabe. So we're gonna get a Moonblast special attack shot, which doesn't really matter. Shiny Lunala, or shiny my bad, Necrozma with Solgaleo fused in looks really cool though, not gonna lie. Nice pink color. Now I'm gonna bring in Brave Bird, please, as my opponent is going to evolve into Ultra Necrozma. I'm not really too sure how this form change works. I just know you need to hold the Ultra Necronium Z. I don't know if you have to use the Necronium Z to transform into it, or if you just automatically transform into it. But yeah, he's gonna go for Swords Dance here. I'm not too sure if the Z move transforms you into it or not, but it's kind of confusing to me. But he's gonna get the Swords Dance up, and now my opponent actually is gonna go for the signature Z move from the Necrozma, which is I've never seen it before, so I'm perfectly fine with him using this. I actually have no idea what's about to happen. So the opponent is going to cloak up his legit shiny Necrozma in Z Aura, and oh my gosh, it looks so menacing, dude. And the sounds it makes, oh my goodness. So Necrozma is fully charged up, and now he's gonna go for the Light That Burns the Sky. Wow, the caption looks really weird. It looks like a TCG move type, actually. It doesn't even look like it should be inside a Pokemon game, but it should be from TCG. But yeah, he's gonna go for the Light That Burns the Sky, and my poor Fearow, unfortunately, My poor Fearow. Nabi is getting revenge on the Spearow that attacked it in the beginning of the game. My poor Fearow. My poor Fearow is gonna get deleted. They probably would have killed me like 80 times overboard, like not gonna lie, but down goes my Fearow. Unfortunately, Fearow couldn't do anything besides die to the freaking legit shiny Necrozma, so that's cool. Now I'm gonna bring my Andy here, my Malamar, because I'm actually Choice Scarf Malamar, and I do have the Foul Play, because I'm actually a supportive Scarf Malamar, as you'll see later on. The set might seem kind of weird and dumb, but it'll make more sense as we get into the battle later. So it was just the set I was experimenting with after using Malamar in-game, because it learns Topsy-Turvy and Foul Play, so I'm like, hey, it can't be that bad. I also get Switcheroo, so it was just a set I wanted to try out. Now I'm going to switch out my Andy here because I don't want to take a Hydro Pump, so I'm going to actually pull a switch into my Serp Wannabe, expecting Scald or Hydro Pump, as my opponent does actually go for a Hydro Pump, which is good to know. I should be able to tank this because I am Assault Vested Lurantis, as we do tank it pretty well. I want to take it a little bit better than that, but what can you do? Now I'm actually just going to go for Superpower here. If he has Icy Wind, that's fine, I should tank it, but he's going to pull a switch, and he's going to bring in his Mewtwo here. Legit shiny Mewtwo. My opponent has all the legit shinies in the world. He's definitely a shiny hunter and caught all of these shinies within day 2 of Ultra Sun and Moon's release. Now I'm going to go for Contrary Superpower, and we're actually going to get +1 in attack and defense. I don't know why I named this thing Serp Wannabe when it's actually a Malamar Wannabe, but whatever, no big deal. I'm actually a Shofu Wannabe, but today I've decided to be a Pimp Knight Wannabe. Now, the Mega Mewtwo, of course it's Mega Mewtwo. It's going to be Mega Mewtwo Y, very menacing Pokemon. And I don't really know if I could take a Psy Strike or like a Fire Blast because I'm Lurantis, but I'm gonna try anyway. So he's gonna go for Psy Strike. I'm at +1 defense, so I'm thinking I can live this, as we're actually able to, and I'm able to retaliate with a Leech Life, and this should be able to knock out the Mega Mewtwo Y, as thankfully Lurantis solos on Mega Mewtwo Y, which is absolutely beautiful. Granted, if I didn't have that superpower boost, I probably would have died to Psy Strike, but that's fine. Down goes Mega Mewtwo Y, and my opponent has Marshadow he's gonna bring in now, as it is Marshadow. Actually shiny Marshadow, which looks no different from the original form, so I didn't actually notice it was shiny Marshadow until after I watched the battle over again. But he's gonna go for Spectral Thief, and he's gonna steal my freaking +1 in attack and defense from Superpower, which gives me Crippling Depression because my Lurantis just got like abused. And unfortunately, my poor Lurantis is gonna get knocked out by the Spectral Thief, and down goes my Serp Wannabe, sadly. But I have faced a similar situation to this beforehand, so I'm gonna bring in Just a Prank here, and this may be like deja vu to a lot of you guys, but I'm gonna go for a Copycat here, and Copycat is actually going to allow me to steal the Marshadow Spectral Thief, so the boost it just stole from my Lurantis, I'm gonna steal right back. So given my attack and defense, yum, and yeah, we're gonna get attack and defense, then use Spectral Thief, which is super effective against Marshadow, so it's like I was prepared for this moment. Like, my previous Uber battle experiences have prepared me for this moment, so then Marshadow's gonna get knocked out by Spectral Thief. We are at +1 in attack and defense, even though we are tip in nature and max special attack, but whatever, not a big deal. He's gonna bring in his Keldeo here, and Dark Pulse isn't really gonna do anything, and he probably outspeeds me because it's Keldeo, so I'm gonna go for Copycat here just because I wanna use Spectral Thief again, and it's gonna do more damage than Moonblast anyways, so I'm gonna go for Spectral Thief here, just to do as much damage as possible to the Keldeo. As it does do a decent chunk of damage, I wanted it to do a bit more, but like I said, I'm not a physical attacking Liepard, I'm actually a special attacking with Nasty Plot. So Secret Sword is going to easily knock out my Liepard from that range, as long goes my Liepard. My opponent, I don't know if he's choiced or not, because I don't know what item he's holding, because I can't like read minds, but I'm not too sure if he's choiced or not, but I'm gonna go for Simple Beam here because I am Choice Scarf Malamar, like I said earlier. Now, the reason why I have Simple Beam on this Malamar will become clear in a few moments, but I'm gonna give the Keldeo Simple. If he's actually Common Keldeo, that would have probably been bad. But I also have Topsy-Turvy on this Malamar, so in case I give the Simple Beam Pokemon, you know, a little out of control, I can just bring it back in Topsy-Turvy, and then it'll have like negative stat boost. So here I'm gonna bring in my Kayceetron here, my Gardevoir, who makes a return. We're going to trace the Simple ability, which is going to allow me to get double my stat boosts, which is what the Simple ability does. So now my opponent's gonna go for Secret Sword. We're gonna be able to snack that because we quad resist it. And now I'm just gonna reveal that I have Calm Mind after Keldeo is gonna keep smacking me with Secret Swords. Because he's not switching up his move, it leads me to believe he's probably Choice Keldeo, though I could be wrong. I mean, I would assume he's Choice Keldeo. I mean, I literally had no proof of that, but it was just the fact that he didn't switch up moves at all. So I'm like, he's probably, you know, Choice Keldeo. It looks like he specs Keldeo because these Secret Swords are doing a lot of damage. Now, I do have, I'm supposed to have Endure on this Gardevoir, so we guarantee get the Select Barrier to get +2 speed, but the person who bred me this Gardevoir gave it Encore over Endure because, you know, they both begin with EN in our normal type moves, so I can definitely understand that mistake. So if this wasn't Keldeo, I probably would have just choked the game here because I thought I had Encore Endure the entire time instead of Encore, but instead, you know, we have Encore, but we still are able to get the Slack Berry, outspeed Keldeo, and win the battle with our Gardevoir strategy. Now, many of you guys are probably familiar with the Gardevoir strategy. I use it with Linoon often enough that I wanted to try it out with Malamar because support Malamar is pretty cool because you have Topsy-Turvy in case sweepers get a little bit out of hand, like for example Calm Mind, Slowbro and stuff. And yeah, it's a pretty cool moveset I was experimenting with. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy this Wi-Fi battle. It was a pretty fun Wi-Fi battle, I'm not gonna lie. Definitely had to expose this evil hacker because hackers are not allowed to exist in the Pokemon community. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy this uber destruction and want to support my YouTube channel, please be sure to leave a like on the video, as it's without a doubt the greatest way to show your support towards my channel, and it's just much appreciated. Anyways, the question of the day is going to be, what is your favorite new legendary / Ultra Beast they introduced in Ultra Sun and Moon? Let me know in the comments down below if you have, you know, a favorite new legendary or if you just dislike all the new legendaries. But my new favorite legendary they added to the game was the Fire Ghost type Ultra Beast, the UB Burst. I want to shiny hunt for that thing next because it's like actually really cool, and it's like shiny form is actually really awesome, and I really want it really, really badly, and I just said really like 8 times and it's okay. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below what your new favorite Ultra Beast / legendary is from the new Ultra Sun and Moon games. But of course, thank you guys so much for watching till the end of the video. I'll check you guys next time. Bye.